Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Yes. Yeah.
They can hear you now?
Yeah.
All right. Good morning. Welcome to Okay We're Up, the least professional lesbian morning show on Twitch.
Good thing you get up at 7:30 to make sure everything's all done and set up.
I am not operational when I wake up at all. I did as much setup as I could last night, and then hoped that it would all come together enough that once I got up today, that it would all run smoothly. There's a couple things I changed because we were filming yesterday.
Anyway, welcome to the
apologies.
only lesbian show on Twitch, probably.
Well, now that's not specific enough. There are definitely other lesbian shows.
Oh, what did we say? What did you say?
My opening was the least professional lesbian morning show on Twitch, which I think is probably true.
That might be true. That might be the one. That might be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm back.
She's back. She's here. Look.
Man, I hated missing last week. The problem that was happening was, so I had decided I had developed the genetic neurological condition where you stop sleeping and then you die.
She didn't sleep for 2 days, so it was possible.
I didn't sleep for 3 days. Well, yeah, 2 days probably for the most part. But it was like...
You never messaged Ursa about it. I should have thought to tell you to talk to Ursa about it. We were both sleep deprived, though.
I should have. But yeah, the first night, I just didn't sleep very well, which happens, and by sleep very well, I mean, I laid in bed in the dark with my eyes closed, and then sleep never happened. And then...
That's the worst.
The second night, that also happened. So that's actually 2 nights and 2 days of literally zero sleep, except maybe an hour on accident.
I'm gonna heat your coffee.
And then I was able to take one nap, but by that point I was past the point of being spoken to like a normal person, so I had already decided that I had that neurological condition. But I couldn't do the show. I couldn't do the show because I was sick?
Yeah.
Sick feels like the best word.
We even got the Allison microphone set up for the first time last Friday, and we
I
didn't even use
I
it.
literally couldn't, my brain waves were flat,
Yeah.
if that's a thing.
No, I get that. I feel like that. I'm trying to jumpstart that every morning.
Oh my god. Ursa says, I had that. I hate when that happens. The worst was 5 days of lying with my eyes closed for 12 hours per night.
Oh my god.
That's insane. It must be stress induced.
Yeah. I think a large part of it had to do with the fact that we didn't leave
you.
the house for days, too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it
been
was
really
freezing,
hard.
And I was working, and you had nothing to do.
You're probably right.
So, at some point, your brain just gets, fucked up because you don't see the sun or whatever.
Someone buy them audio equipment off Throne or something. It's not that we don't have it. It's that we specifically did
I
not
could
have it
find
plugged in.
new equipment.
Kyle could
probably.
really use a really good microphone for the video essays because this is our
Nice.
best microphone. She has to hold
It's
it.
good.
But that's not.
I
That's,
like the microphone. As long as the quality comes out okay.
I
A
know you
stand
like
or
the
something would be
microphone.
good. The audio sounds so
I
much
said
better.
the microphone was good.
Yeah. But you said a new microphone off the Throne, didn't you? Or did you say equipment?
I said microphone.
Okay.
I know the microphone's good.
Yeah.
But what do you have to do during the
I have to
videos?
hold it.
Right.
I have a backup one off screen too. I'm holding it for partially for the aesthetic. I'm just
Oh.
it's a little.
Did
bit
you
of
have
a
it
choice.
in the thing?
I could produce it better.
Did you have it in this thing when you were holding it?
No, I had
Okay.
it out and I was just holding it like
That's
that.
better. I mean,
We're talking about a video going up today, by the way. It was gonna go up yesterday, but
Oh, Ursa likes the goose.
the goose.
Thank
oh,
you.
yeah, I like the goose.
And the
too.
books are plant books. So,
I have herbal tea today.
wow, congrats.
No caffeine, because after this, I'm going back to sleep.
Are you really?
Yes.
Okay. In my case, I get existential dread, and then I start internally screaming at myself. At which point, I give up. Yeah, at some point, I did more research, and the consensus was just don't go to bed. But I
Yeah,
didn't
makes
want to
sense.
do that because I've had stints of insomnia my whole life, and
Yeah.
so I feel like I'm familiar with the feeling where it's just get out of bed and then do other stuff until you pass out. But there was just no passing out. I could tell there was a little
Yeah.
buzz in my brain that has to go silent to sleep, and it was not happening.
I had
So-
some of those very young. Like there was a point
Mm-hmm.
like early in my life where I had nights like that.
Like insomnia like that?
Yeah, but I haven't said I have such you and I have such different relationships with sleep.
Yeah.
The idea of like insomnia or me not getting enough sleep for 3 days in a row would just kill me.
Yeah.
Like I would just my brain stops functioning if I don't get enough sleep.
Yeah. It was genuinely the closest I felt to sick in so long that there was no way I could do the show. I tried. I wasn't asleep, so
Yeah.
I got up
It's a bad
technically.
sheet.
But the first day when I was on the couch, I was able to have some comments, and then I slept for an hour after.
Right.
And then the next day, at that point I hadn't slept, so it was in a whole night and 2 days, and so it was trying to do the same thing. That's when you had the microphone set up. Then I was
Right,
on the couch
right.
once again, closing my eyes, trying to sleep. So
At
it
that
was
point, we take desperate measures. We broke out the melatonin, and we moved.
yeah.
We have a camp thing that we do. Like we usually, sometimes for some reason, the bed just gets like really uncomfortable. We get really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
For some reason, we get incompatible with the bed, and then we just set up like a temporary sleeping thing out in the living room, and we just like camp out for like 3 days for a
It works
reset.
really well.
And that works pretty well. Sleep is important.
Being
The
worried.
meme is that I don't know sleep things, but actually, because of that, I'm very familiar with how important sleep is at this point.
Calm Sarah says, don't know if it helps, but the being worried about fatal familial insomnia was weirdly reassured when I learned that not sleeping was just another symptom, not itself the cause of problem of the
Yeah.
condition. Yeah, I mean, it's not in my family.
Right, it is also genetic, and it's like, I think I've read that like 50 families in the entire Earth have it, or something.
Right. Like that's ever mattered to me.
Right, statistics don't matter to Allison, though. They don't.
They have literally never mattered to
They're
me.
not
I don't know what
relevant.
is wrong with my brain, but statistics are like, some statistics matter a little, but for the most part, it's like,
It's because you got an unlikely, impossible disease when you were 12 out of nowhere or whatever.
it's
That's
that,
why.
it's definitely that. I think that's foundational, but I don't think about that actively. I think it's actually like a main character problem.
Right.
which to
If
some
it was gonna
degree is-
happen to somebody, it would happen to you.
Yeah.
And your brain
The
doesn't
way
go
that it would
through.
happen to someone, and it's the OCD. I think it's actually the OCD more than it is anything.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's like a,
Yeah. Right.
OCD
definitely-
suffers from, what is it, Murphy's Law? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong kind of thing.
It definitely overrides
Yeah.
statistical understanding in any way. It's
Emma, hi. You bring me so much joy. I don't even know how to begin to explain
like
it.
saying your name. Just the fact that your name is Emma is what she loves. It's
She
great.
says, my friend that is literally OCD. I know. That I did get from my dad. Thank you,
Yeah,
Dad.
yeah. All the best stuff from your dad.
Man, when I have insomnia, sorry, my eyes, I also have a dry eye condition, so not sleeping for 3 days was really cool on my eyes.
Yeah. That's been great.
When I have insomnia like that, melatonin does nothing, or if it or it works, but it feels like I'm just in bed with my eyes. Yeah, that's what happened also. I mean, I take absolutely no sleeping assistant anything ever, so when I took 3 melatonin, it was like, I was out. It worked. It was good.
That's true. Yeah.
Ursa says my mother's name
It
is
worked.
Emma, and so is my neighbor. Emma. I think it's actually the only thing I know how to say in an Australian accent, and so it just has to be said when it happens because
Yeah,
I
you just
can't
clearly
do
like making
accents.
The sound.
Yeah, well, and it reminds me of like one of the best happiest shows of all time
Mm-hmm.
with like the best vibes ever, which is H2O. So,
Yeah. That's
just a
true.
bunch of mermaids playing around in Australia or whatever.
Yeah. Your dream location really is just like the early 2000s beach.
My dream location is literally Zoe 101.
Zoe 101, yeah. I was trying to describe Zoe 101 without saying it in case anybody didn't know what that was, but yes, Zoe 101, which is actually California, by the way. It's always California.
Off topic, do we have any Warhammer people in chat? I have assembly paralysis. And then GB just says, looks like I will not be back.
Oh no, are you leaving? Are you missing?
What does this
I'm
mean?
so glad that you're here.
Where are you going?
Yugi's been missing streams lately.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Got a life or something? Cool.
Apparently.
Whatever. Wow, I actually find myself being very resentful of that. How could you?
Of GB. and Haku.
Yes!
They've been wanting to be here. I think they have lots of work stuff going on.
I just don't understand
Moved to
how...
Melbourne is what all the creatives do.
Melbourne, Australia?
That's what
It's
HQ
not
is.
on my list. Okay, so I actually can't do heat. Is kind of the problem.
We really don't. We came from hot, and we've really enjoyed not being in the hot for the first time in our lives the last couple of years. So, moving back to just objectively hot is daunting.
Dragonfly says they take Benadryl, and prolonged use of that has damaged my brain. So something has damaged my brain, and I don't know what it could be. It could be the COVID. It's not the COVID.
Damaged how?
I'm just like, I struggle to think as
same.
well as I used to. It's like you can feel the absence of neuroplasticity when you had it before.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. This is like my constant fear of dementia
You
also.
gotta do more crossword puzzles or something, I guess.
Yeah, or like
Sudoku or
I can't even keep 2 fingers up. Immediately got in my head and I'm like, how do I
wow, look at dementia.
It was this one.
There you go.
I think I can get there.
This is actually just social media, and I think he's probably way more right than you.
I hadn't gotten there. I got distracted, but I was gonna list off all the things that I think it could be. It could definitely be the Benadryl. It could definitely be the social media. It could definitely be my multiple chronic illnesses just sort of like souping my brain up. Hen Dog 2001 says, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more video games, or games, unlimited games but no more games?
Unlimited bacon but no more video games.
I think
unlimited games but no. What?
No more bacon?
Yeah, was that a mistake? Welcome, by the way. First time chat.
Definitely video games, because
first
I had
message.
unlimited bacon once, and I can barely eat bacon anymore. Actually, I threw up so much bacon that day.
The question is not a mistake. Is it a quote?
Is it a meme?
I think it might be.
Is it a meme? Is it a Markiplier meme? It feels like it's got Markiplier
That's all
all
we
over.
know on the internet is Markiplier.
He has been introduced to me, and so therefore, yeah.
Markiplier, and then there's Mr. Beast.
I feel like I'm missing something about why my brain could be soupy and like not thinking things well.
I think you listed the most likely causes.
I think also, well, I don't read as much anymore, and I think also like I don't. You know what I actually think it is? I think I don't like write as much. Like I literally don't type out like sentences in appropriate words as much either. Like I did the last job that I had definitely did it the most at the at the apartment complex.
Discord, you're gonna put thoughts together pretty.
The way I put thoughts on Discord is not. That's like what I mean.
I don't think that's what it is, though.
I don't know. I think writing does a lot that people really underestimate in terms of.
It might.
Like.
I think the social media.
Oh my god, my spelling has gotten so bad. Oh my god, I can't spell. I cannot spell anymore. I just don't know how to spell anything at all. That just like that's gone away. Like words I definitely knew how to spell because I was the top speller.
Really?
In my grade every single year.
Huh.
So, yeah, words.
Yeah, practice more.
More spelling.
You gotta do more writing and do.
I think reading helps you spell,
less
which I did a
Instagram.
lot back when I was a good.
That's true. It does.
I do more Instagram than should.
I don't know why, but I completely retained every little piece of niche knowledge on the English language that I possibly could. Like, I couldn't be like a linguistic teacher. I couldn't explain like this is how the sentence is structured and like what it means. But if you're like, is this sentence written right? I'll know if it is or not. Like, you come to me sometimes and you're like, what's wrong with this sentence? And I'm like, well, this word needs to be here and you need a comma here and this word is spelled. Like, I just remember, you can ask me how to spell a word. I know all of them. I don't know why. My brain retained all of that information, even though English is a nonsense rule system. I just have it all saved in there.
That's fascinating.
It just never left.
I had a hard time.
Else did, but that didn't.
I had a hard time with sentence structure growing up too. Sentence structure was always like the hardest thing for me. Anyway,
speaking of reading,
the Discord, our Chaos Cottage Discord, or the Okay We're Up Discord, has a book club. Oh wait, no, it's in Door Monster.
Door Monster, that's public.
Yeah, we have a public book club that is at this point been going on for
years.
Has it been years?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they started when we were back in Texas.
Yeah, it's been going on for so long, so it's definitely consistent. You know, it's gonna stick around, and they pick books out every month, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And they pick out some good books, actually. One book's so good that people are still like, you need to read this book. But you guys got to join the book club. I've heard it's awesome. The only reason I'm not in the book club regularly enough is because I don't know how to read anymore.
That's what
And it's
you
not
do.
even that I don't know how to read. I don't know how to manage reading
Just
on my
just like adding into your day.
kind
You have
of.
so much of every day that you could be doing that. Like at the end of the day when you're like, oh, I don't know what to do now. Like I'm stuck, I'm bored, and I don't know what to. Like
I
you're
thought
getting
about
into
reading.
into the social media loop for the evening. You could switch to a book.
Well, instead I decided to start drawing
That
porn.
that works too. That's socially stimulating in its own way.
I've decided that's my get rich quick scheme.
You decided that a couple times. I'm curious.
I've had like 50 of those. Like I just have like I'm going to do a new thing and then I do that thing for like
This one's been fun.
I do that thing for like 5 times and I'm like I didn't even make any money.
That's
if anything
true.
I spent money doing this thing and I didn't get
She was definitely
rich.
the person during COVID where like every month we bought her a new set of something of like a new hobby or art style.
Oh, yeah,
to
that was
try.
me. Mhm.
And then she did like one and then we didn't ever use any of it ever again.
Yeah. So if you're like me and you don't know how to read, but you want to read and you need people to help keep you accountable for reading and
You
then
love
talk about
taxes. Yeah, man.
and then you want to talk about that reading, then you should join book club. Also Ursa's in it.
Yeah, also interested in it.
So
It should just be a cell all by itself. So
that is, yeah, it is. That's why I said it.
yeah,
Ursa's in book club. I think other people are in book club. Actually, I think Amun's in book club and has like,
learn to make fursuits. I hear they make good money. Furries are rich.
that's got to be so much money to learn how to make it though.
That's true.
That's like real high investment.
I made like a Muppet
You
once, and that
cannot
was-
high invest in me. It's
yeah.
definitely like,
No. Allison's looking for something that she can do casually and then be paid.
lots and lots of
Professional money
money.
for,
Yeah.
obviously, It's out there somewhere.
It's gonna happen.
You're
Don't
gonna
worry. I'm on my way. But yeah, get your ass back into book club, you
Yeah.
illiterate losers.
Starting a new book, Ursa says. Voting starts today.
Ooh. Wait, what are the books? Tell me what the books are so I
Yeah,
can
what's the vote?
read them
What are the
Um,
options?
to chit chat. Anyway, yeah,
Right.
I don't know. Fursuits are.
I can see that. I can see that working. I
Yeah.
bet they would. I bet you could charge fucking $1,000 for that shit. I don't know. how much they go
1,000?
for.
1,000?
Multiple thousands. Or furries are rich. I don't know why they are, but they are. It's probably because they're all in tech.
So weird how that happens.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's weird. I think those are the ones that buy the suits because they can afford it.
Why are they all in tech?
Right. Who knows? You could charge $10,000.
That feels it feels like the mid range for me.
Smalls is not rich. Are you in the
Smalls
right
is in
category?
tech.
Yeah, it's
Smalls
true.
is a
Smalls is a game designer, which is different.
they
Game designers
they
are not-
code. Isn't coding what the thing is? I thought it was coding.
No, IT. IT is the joke. Like information.
Oh.
Tech support.
Those are not usually rich people. Tech support, like the guy you call when like your boomer
Like at
coworker.
Spectrum, at a corporation, like part of the tech team at like
Oh.
a big like company.
Okay,
I think that
Wait, why don't
generally
I just
makes,
do
like,
that then?
Good extra money.
that feels easy.
Yeah, I agree.
That feels get rich
played
quick.
With that myself. That's just a job. That's your.
It sounds like a job that pays a lot of money.
Quickest way to get rich is have a good job.
You know, you've said that, but I've had a lot of jobs at the job company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Can you tell I haven't worked for an actual job for 10 years?
Actually, I think I actually do have my backup, like make a bunch of money at a job that I think I could actually like and do. But I'm not telling you I am going to gatekeep it. It's a secret. It's a secret. And I can't do
Smart.
it yet because I'm not
They
near
would
a
do it,
school. But the
so.
second I get near a school, y'all watch out.
I'm not sure I know what this is anymore.
Wait. Wait. Wait, which one are we showing?
I just want to settle
Are we
into
showing
that.
the screen?
I'm showing the one on the right.
Why is the one on the left there?
It's loaded up in case you want to do something later.
Okay.
That's gonna be clipped.
You're gonna be clipped. Get away from me. Notice Cassandra's in here because she's a traitor.
Yeah. She can't be bothered to get up.
Yeah, what the hell?
I was talking about this yesterday, and you didn't give a shit.
She probably
which
even
is
slept.
fair. But
To me about something?
yeah, I was
might have
having to research. I was looking at Scott Pilgrim books again because I was working on the new video, and I just kind of realized I love Scott Pilgrim.
Dormonster just
Look at that
messaged
thing.
us in chat.
Oh, it must be Kate. She did that last time too.
She's so cute. Ah!
Right, Kate.
Anyway.
I love Scott Pilgrim as like a thing.
Oh,
Just as a
yes.
story. It's
You
great.
did start talking about this.
I love the vibes of it. I think the movie's awesome. I think the comic's awesome. I know I'd like the show if I just watched it. I haven't done it yet. I think it's cool that it can exist in all those different forms. The whole vibe of it is fantastic. Like watching the movie just feels very like sad. in
Talking
that
about
way that I like.
the live action one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like every single character except there's always been this one sticking point in my head about it that I could never quite figure out what it was. And then I finally realized yesterday that it's that I really just don't like Scott at all. Like, I love everything about the story of Scott Pilgrim except for Scott Pilgrim. Can't stand that guy. Hate that he's the main character. Feels very in the way. And I just realized I'm very done with just, like, nothing main male characters in things. Because my complaint about him is that he sucks. There's just nothing really that redeemable about him, even in the comics. And people would tell me, and probably will, that, well, that's kind of the whole point. It's this guy learning how to not be a shithead, which I've read the comics. I know that's what it's about. I don't care. I'm done with that story. Just like a regular man figuring out how to not be lame. I don't care. It's not interest. That's such a boring idea to me at this point. Like, just figure that out off screen and then show up and be interesting. There's so many more interesting problems to deal with. And I shouldn't take this out on Scott Pilgrim because if it's gonna exist anywhere, it should exist there. That's the best told version of that story.
Yeah.
The reason I'm upset, as always, is film school, which apparently just traumatized me and I didn't know. But like, this is every single, I don't know, you remember movies from the time? Like,
yeah, I'm thinking
Fight
like
Club 2, like it's
I'm even thinking like Harry Potter, like I'm thinking of
I mean, sitcoms.
I'm thinking of main male
Ted Mosby, like it's just like, wow, look at this. It's just like, man, isn't it tough being a guy and learning how to be remotely valuable to society is sort of the like the storyline.
Yeah.
And it's like all you're figuring out is like basic human empathy. Actually, is the is the story arc is that you're a psycho learning to not even a psycho. That would be more interesting. You just have never had to care enough, and this is the story of like a teenage dude who has no hobbies, skills, interests, trauma, anything, having to interact with the real world for the first time and interact with people who are traumatized for the first time. And that's why you have like Ramona and Wallace and Stephen Stills and like all the other characters who clearly have their own shit going on, and then Scott's just sitting there empty. And like, I get it. I was there once, just bored, just done. I'm so over that story. That's it. That's my rant.
Yeah, Scott feels like I don't disagree, but for some reason I don't feel as strongly. I think it's because Scott feels like the white toast of which you could put anything on top of. So it's like,
yeah, that's true.
And that movie is like, I don't know,
you could
French toast or something, right? Like that's like, it turns something very plain into something really, really interesting.
It does.
I will say though, I think Scott Pilgrim, when I watched it, I watched the movie recently and remember being like, I think I outgrew this movie. And I think the thing that feels that way is that I think I could do it better now.
Really?
Yeah, like 100%. Well, because when I watched it back when it first came out, it became foundational. This was the bare minimum of filmmaking. Like, this is what it should feel like if you wanted to do this kind of feeling, but my brain worked like that. And so if I was going to do movies, I think in the way that Tarantino does this for other people, where they see Tarantino and they're like, wow, that's how filmmaking should be.
I agree with that.
Edgar Wright has really been like that category for me for a long time.
Yeah.
So when I watched it years ago, I thought, okay, so this is where this is so clear. Like the things it does are very minimal, but so helpful in the exaggerated reality way. And now it's been so long that I'm like, this should be expanded on significantly.
Right,
Now
like,
it's like,
that
now
should
it's
have
like,
reset the bar for everybody, but for some reason didn't.
right. And so
Yeah.
now I watch it now and I'm like,
I got
it's
that.
kind of plain. Like it's become plain because it's been so long of that being.
We also just
That's
got
the
used to it.
canvas now.
I'm actually not even talking about.
I don't
the
even think I
film
got
again.
used to it. I don't watch it that often.
That's true, but,
It's just
but
like-
it did reset it. It set the standard in your head, and then things have been. Well, I'd argue animation is finally catching up to that with like Spider-Verse and K-pop.
Yes.
Like this tone
Yes.
is just now making it into.
I agree. It's
mainstream.
better done in animation too. But I like doing animation stuff live action.
Me too.
Yeah, we both
and
really like
I
this
think
actually.
that I feel like I see people attempting that more. Like that. The movie Scott Pilgrim was way too ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about the way that the movie is executed though, because I still think it's done flawlessly. Like I think it's done very, very well.
Yeah.
I just mean the actual content of the story because I've now it's a heightened reality thing, but once you get used to the heightened reality and are looking at the reality underneath it,
Yeah.
then it becomes like I'm actually just talking about purely assessing the guy this story is about,
Yeah.
and how that makes it actually hard to re-experience the story because I'm reading the books and and basically the whole time I'm like, why is Ramona like this guy? Like why is anybody like this guy? What is his redeeming value at all? Just that he might.
Does
get better
everyone
at some
have to
points?
fight Ramona's exes? Every new person she dates has to fight all her old exes?
No, that's just like a Scott story. Like there's an in-universe explanation of like the League was made right after she left Gideon, but metaphorically, it's a story about him learning this girl's past and stuff, and that's why that's the setup. But like in universe,
And he definitely
rules,
sucks,
it's-
like in the books and everything?
Yeah, the books even address that he sucks more than the movie. Like the books
Impressive.
end with him learning that he sucks and.
I mean,
and
it sounds
then
like
getting
Ramona's
better.
just really bad at picking men.
She is. That is part of the.
That's part of her story.
That is part of her story. So yeah, it all makes sense. It's really just me getting bored. I think is what it is. It's just it has. I think maybe
Yeah.
like what you maybe it's that I've outgrown it too. In
Yeah.
the same way.
I feel like that's part of it. I feel like you have to defeat the evil stuff they said and did to have a good relationship. I think it's a cute concept.
Still fully appreciate it. Think it was always very well done. I should watch the new show because I've heard that the show was the guy going back and revisiting his own story 12 years or whatever after he wrote it
That'd be interesting.
and changed things based on how he thinks he would do it now.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious to see that.
I do kind of remember you ranting about this last night.
I was interrupting you though, so it was. I assume you were not listening.
Yeah.
Anyway, that
Anyway.
was it. I just wanted to say that.
I don't really know what to say. I totally agree. I mean, I actually think I just like am unresolved on my feelings about it. I'm trying to make sense of Scott and decide whether or not I like or sympathize or care about Scott. And
I think he's a very accurate representation of 70% of men that I've met, at least. Which is that I wouldn't regard them. I would just kind of. Somebody said he's not a teenager, he's like 20 something, and that's kind of the whole point, is that like it just doesn't. There's like this period of like, okay, well, you're 16 now, we'll check in when you're 30 and see if you've done. If
Scott
you've finished
does
loading by
not
then.
feel like a normal representation of a man to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Not in the movie. He's like,
You know what? When I said that, I was picturing Book. In the movie, he gets Michael Cera wash, which feels different. Like there's definitely more of a
yeah.
specific flavor applied to him. In the book, he's very blank
mean,
slate feeling.
I'm trying to figure out how to like say it differently, but Scott's so much better than most men. I mean,
See,
so
that's
much.
really just too bad.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like I'm
That
trying
is
to make
kind
sense
of
of it because like
The point in that she literally in the story says you're the nicest guy I've ever dated, and he says that's kind of sad. This is in.
Yeah.
This is in the movie.
well, I'm trying to go through her exes too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That is kind of.
But I'm also thinking about the other
theme.
men in that story. There's a lot. I mean, yeah, I don't know. You know who feels like the most like typical man that I would run into is Scott's band leader.
He turns out to be gay in the books.
Interesting. Interesting.
'Cause, yeah, otherwise I'd say, yeah.
In the movie, though, that's definitely like, he feels pretty on par. Gideon doesn't even feel very evil. He just feels like
Gideon feels very real to me.
Gideon just feels like when
Gideon is who I went to film school with. All Gideon, just the
Yeah.
entire group.
Yeah, I mean, Scott's just like, I would not describe most guys like Scott. I mean, one, he's docile and not deeply insecure, just a little insecure, and
I did it. I appended
And he's
guys
funny.
that I met because I realized that it might be more of a niche circle thing.
yeah.
Like within the sort of like
Actually,
burnout outcast
I
group,
find
think
Ramona's
he's pretty common
X is a pretty good like.
collection, like an accurate spread.
It's like, I think, well, actually, weirdly, I think most men are sort of a combination of her exes combined into one person.
Yeah.
But that's sort of more typical.
Which
like,
combination of Ramona's exes are you? Let us know in chat.
no, I mean, like, no, I'm gonna tell you, like, the sort of possessive insecurity of the first guy feels
yeah.
commonplace, and then who's the second one again?
Second one is Lucas Lee, the movie star.
Yeah, so that energy, I don't know, like that masculine energy, like that, like that arrogance,
We
even
found it,
of
the
some
Spice
sort.
Girls of men. Wait. Did we do it? Did we find it?
No, because I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying the combination of all seven equals about one random dude.
I see. Gotcha.
Who's the third?
Third is vegan. Yeah.
Okay, maybe not him. He's pretty special. I can't think of any
And then
trait in
four
him.
is Roxy, so that one isn't in there.
Yeah, no. Agreed.
So the first three.
Who's after Roxy?
The twins who aren't characters in
Who
the
aren't
movie.
characters at all.
They are in the books, but they just gloss over them in the movie.
She dated the twins?
Yes.
She dated twins.
I think one of them. I don't remember. They even, and this is also in the movie at the same
How do
time.
you date one twin and then the other and not want to date the other twin after the first twin?
Right, yeah.
That's kind of funny. You talk about Scott Pilgrim a lot. I've never read or seen anything Scott Pilgrim, and I'm not
You're
convinced to interact with it through your descriptions.
That makes sense. I guess I don't sell it very well. You know what? It's just because you're hearing me talk about it again 10 years late. When I first found it, when I first got shown the movie, I went out, bought the movie on DVD, brought it home, and then showed my brother in the same day and watched the movie twice in the same day because
Yeah.
it was so cool.
In my opinion,
And it rewrote like everything. If you like Dormonster sketches, you'll probably like Scott Pilgrim because that influenced a lot of what I did.
yeah. Scott Pilgrim is just like the baseline of good in that it juggles a bunch of really, really difficult things and does them so perfectly and like
It might be
succinctly
like my
that
Star Wars almost. Like it is like the foundational movie I saw.
I don't even know how
young.
Star Wars is other people's Star Wars.
Well, when it came out, if it was in the theaters, I think when you were like 18,
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of a big change of pace movie making wise. Mm-hmm. So you probably you went and saw it and you were like, oh, movies could be this. Like I think same as how we saw Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Where you watched it and you were like, I didn't realize movies could be like this, but now all movies should be like this. And they were. Then every movie was like Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
She said, now I'm more convinced to watch it. If it comes with Movie Club, I'll vote for it.
It should definitely come up in Movie Club. That's a great. I mean,
We're so many steps post dissection on it that now anytime we talk about it, it probably only sounds like we're shitting on it, which I hadn't considered, but it is good. It is very worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the end of a thought.
And that's the end of a thought.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the other thing on our note?
I could talk about that, yeah.
Or should we just hang out and chat for a bit?
I don't know. I don't know how to talk about
Emma
it.
has Star Wars hot takes.
Ema.
You be our best friends.
I want to hear your Star Wars hot takes.
We aren't Star Wars
I mean-
fans.
Yeah.
So
Matt has demanded I watch Andor probably 8,000
Right.
times,
We've heard that
actually.
Andor is fun. I know the ones that are supposed to be good about Star Wars, and I haven't seen them for some
Star
reason.
Wars is one of the most visually unappealing concepts I've ever seen. Every time I see a Star Wars visual, I think the Jedis are visually dumb. I think the space, whatever vibe they were going for, I just hate it. I don't get the designs. I don't get the
They were
locations.
very distinctly going for retro, like cheap-looking sci-fi. They were going like George Lucas.
In the 70s, they were
Yeah.
going for cheap-looking sci-fi.
George Lucas wanted to make a Flash Gordon movie and didn't get the rights, and so he made Star Wars.
I like Flash Gordon.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's much more comic-y. So
Yeah, Flash Gordon is great. That's fascinating. I just don't like at every Star Wars, everything that's been made from Star Wars, it just does not click with me. I don't get the lightsaber thing. I mean, I get it. It's just not like there's no overlap in Star Wars aesthetic and mine at all.
There isn't. You're right.
I don't
There
like
really
the
isn't.
colors. I don't like the bad guy costumes. I don't like the good guy costumes. I don't like any of the locations. I don't like that it's gray. I don't like
actually do like the
every
vibes.
planet they've ever been to.
I like Star
I don't
Wars
like the vibes.
and
I
that's
don't.
it.
The vibe aesthetic of Star Wars
I just
is
don't like the storytelling.
that might be the furthest opposite of my vibes and aesthetic that you could get.
You're right.
Is like
But you know
space
why? It's because
and
Western.
Western.
In it. Yeah. I like The Mandalorian.
I can get more on a
really
Western
enjoyed
than
that.
I can on space. The thing about space Western is it's like a Western, except you take everything out. And now the fact that it's completely and totally empty is what makes it a space Western. And that's not very interesting to me. And so every time I've ever seen anything, I just, like, and it's,
I
don't-
actually love Emma's hot take.
wait, yeah, what
I've
is it?
never heard it before, and it's the kind of hot take I love, which is biggest one, Anakin and Padme are so much more believable than Han and Leia. Which I've never heard anybody say. And
Trying to remember what happens between any of these people. Han and Leia was never believable.
None of the romances are like good. They don't know how to.
Anakin and Padme. I only fuck with the prequels.
Yeah.
That's with Anakin and Padme, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't remember thinking anything was wrong with Anakin. I mean, like, wrong, yes, but not like, I don't know why people hate him or that storyline or the prequels entirely.
Morally, probably, but like, yeah.
I mean, he's just a school shooter that goes down like the wrong, like gets funneled into the wrong path.
And this is the problem that has always come up, which is even that description makes me want to watch it, but it's not good enough to even fit the sentence you just said.
Yeah.
The suggestion of everything that's happening in Star Wars is so much better than the execution of anything that actually happens.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, they're like, it's actually like, what if I were just like, what if I told you we had this story like space samurai epic, and within it we have this weird age gap relationship between a queen who got crowned way too young and like this, which isn't even this huge age gap. I'm pretty sure there's like Katara Aang age gap or something, but
Yeah.
she's like 14 or something in the original movie.
Yeah.
And then like school shooter ninja destined to become the most feared man in the galaxy falls in love with her. That's romance novel shit. That should be incredible.
Yeah.
Instead,
They just don't.
it's fucking.
They do
Hayden
this.
Christensen
It feels
staring
like they
blankly
tell
at
the
her.
story in the background of Star Wars. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it feels like the story is in between the lines, and then I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. It's like I'm watching a bunch of things
right.
happen, and the story is like behind it, and I never get
I completely
it.
agree with that.
Dragonfly says Anakin is the most annoying whiny brat. But that's the only part I like,
I'm
is
okay
that they
with that.
sell Anakin as like a
Right.
like a successfully. Everyone else I don't believe anything about
If he
in
was
Star
right,
Wars.
yeah. If they all reacted to him like he was an annoying whiny brat, I think it would work much better.
Don't they?
Not
No,
really.
no. Yeah, I don't know. I struggle with Star
It's all
Wars.
theoretically really great. It's
Someone
just that
said
it's never
said
been-
Firefly is the best space western,
Yes.
and once again, Firefly does the same thing. I hate the inside of spaceships. I hate basically every depiction of an other planet that's ever existed. I don't like the clothes, which are all gray and dirty and dusty. I hate dust. I hate sand. I hate dusty, sandy planets. I hate dusty, sandy places on this planet. And every single space-related thing is like, we're gonna go to a planet, and that planet is orange,
It's
and it's
desert.
dusty, and it's gross.
That's true.
And I just like I think Star Wars truly is the furthest like from my aesthetic and interest visually that I can possibly imagine.
Now, all that said, I've been told repeatedly that Clone Wars is awesome.
It's the
and
same thing.
might
It's the
be
same
something that
outfits
we
and it's the same places
like,
and
but
I don't know.
haven't seen it.
I don't
So
know. I don't know. I'm trying to remember a single Star Wars now. I'm trying to remember a single place in Star Wars. You know what? I like the prequels the most because I'm now remembering like the inside of buildings, which I remember thinking were prettier and interesting.
They
and
have, like,
Padme's
the-
outfits are very cool.
That planet's very pretty.
Yeah.
It's like one of the few like actually good-looking places.
That's the only visuals I can remember that I even remotely like, and then everything
Yeah.
else is like literally hell, literally dust, literally empty.
Right.
The inside of a spaceship, which I find exceptionally like set boring. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just I don't know. Not for me.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it just doesn't expand my imagination. Like
You
is
might
Star
like
Wars the one that
Star
has
Trek still?
the
don't
like
do that.
the conference room where like the evil man is speaking and like it's just like this room full of like seats that go all the way up
Yes.
and people like pull up to them or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so like not interesting.
Galactic Council
That
or
should be
whatever.
cool. When you see that and you're like, whoa, what a way to expand this concept, and that's like not for me. I don't know.
I have some beef with like my George Lucas guys. Is a problem, and he escaped being identified as a problem because nobody was looking for it at the time.
Gonna Google Farscape.
There's lots of things that I like about the vibe of Star Wars. I completely get everything that you're saying, and I won't tell you you're wrong for any of it. I think
have
that's
to.
completely fair.
Oh boy.
There's lots of the things that came from it that I very much like, but the fact that George Lucas was in charge for 6 movies, I think really ended up kneecapping what it could do.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I-
It would be a long conversation to talk about.
I'm looking up. So Farscape brought up all these other types of movies.
Yeah.
And Farscape, Babylon, Stargate,
Right. This is another
Andromeda,
flavor of sci-fi?
Battlestar Galactica, Firefly. Visually, the least interesting thing I could possibly think of. I just truly do. I'm not fucking with this.
Definitely sterile. Like with those, like it feels very like
Yep.
not lived in. I actually think Firefly is, while not your aesthetic, done very well in the sense of like it feels like people live in this place very effectively. Like
Yeah.
they build in, they make it cozy because the characters
Firefly, they do the best one
the
ever.
characters are making their space cozy.
Yeah.
Even though the space sucks. Like, that's what it is. The characters know that it's kind of shitty. and
Yeah.
they're doing their best to, like, make it homey,
Yeah.
which helps.
Yeah. Star Wars makes me always go, wow, that was a cool concept for a story. I hope it improves in execution in later stories. And then it
And it
doesn't.
never does.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Anyway, it is very far from, like, I don't know. Maybe I just really dislike sci-fi. I don't know.
You're not really a sci-fi
I really
girl.
like,
How do you like what
almost
about, like-
disappeared into thin air right there. I like Hunger Games sci-fi. I think they did a really good job.
That's interesting, because that's just like dystopian sci-fi, which is objectively gray and depressing. That's kind of what they go for.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of like a space thing that you would like. What about like...
I think I might just not like the inside of spaceships or
Maybe.
planes. Like I'm thinking back to Firefly, and I hate an alien and that kind of stuff. And I hate I don't know. I just hate the inside of spaceships. Like I can think of the kitchen in
Yeah.
Firefly where they sit and they
Very,
eat all the time.
Submarine-y kind of.
Yeah, I just like hate it. I don't know how to describe. It feels like a hospital. Feels like a plane.
I've always
Feels like
wanted
a hospital
spaceship, though.
and a plane. It's missing. I don't know. I actually just don't know how to process
They
it any
should be
further.
decked out more though. I think like a modern version of like doing a Firefly, like people on a spaceship kind of thing, should be like
I haven't watched Star Trek.
it should be like lo-fi'd out on the inside of the ship, like
Yeah, it does have that lighting that makes me want to kill
like a
myself in
hippie
every
bus.
single.
Like if you're living in a ship, why would you not make it look like a
I think
like
the-
an RV or something?
The inside
you
of
know?
the Doctor's TARDIS is interesting.
that
like,
that one's interesting too. Very
Um,
different, cozy in its own way. Definitely not the Star Wars Star Trek vibe. She's never seen Star Trek. I've seen some of Next
I've never
Generation,
seen
which
Star
I still think you would like.
The only Star Treks I saw were the new ones that came out with
Oh.
Chris Pine.
No. Yeah.
I saw those, and I remember being like, I don't get the hype. I don't get the Star Trek hype.
That is, to my understanding, a very poor representation of the Star Trek hype. And
Yeah,
it's not
I've learned more about Star Trek since then and understand why people are like defensive and invested in it, and that movie didn't do a good job.
I think Next Generation would be your vibe. It is a space sitcom with
Hand-painted flowers on the walls. There are parts of Firefly's like
because there's
inside
one
the
girl in there doing that, which helps.
Yeah, that's what I'm remembering also.
If there was more, I think it would help.
Like the what's the prostitute's name again?
Inara?
Inara?
Inara, right.
Her space is
right.
cool.
I do like, that's why I do think Firefly feels like an accurate representation of like multiple people kind of like sharing the space, and like it feels like
I feel
they've
like Firefly
decked it out
does
and
more Western than sci-fi.
It is. I agree.
Which I told you I can fuck with way better.
Yeah, I agree. When the sci-fi is the secondary parts, I think that works.
I'm actually suspicious that Doormonster TV is Thomas
You
and
think
not
so?
Kate.
I bet it. No, it's gotta be Kate.
You think it's Kate?
Yeah, because she almost started ranting about midichlorians earlier, which is definitely a Kate
Mm.
rant.
Oh yeah, I forgot about midichlorians.
Star Wars Rebels is really good at making the ship look lived in.
Yeah, but they're all gonna be wearing the same thing, and they're all gonna be looking the same way. I don't get it. I don't get it. I
Yeah,
don't
you're very
get the.
just over.
I just don't get it. I
The
truly
Star Wars.
do not understand the visual direction of Star Wars, at all. Oh, I really like Fifth Element. I like the way that they did that. I like the spaceship.
okay.
I like the different rooms of the spaceship. I like how that's maybe what it is. Every part of the inside of a spaceship on like something like Star Wars feels like it could be the same room or the next room or the same place in the ship on a different room. And it has like a very functional warehousey feel. But then like Fifth Element, that's like a
one feels more
spaceship
like what
that's like
we're-
where people live. There's
Yeah,
like a
like what
theater
we're
in
describing.
there
It's
and
like,
there's
yeah.
hotel rooms and it's more hotel-y. It's more like, yes, that's what it is. No one lives in Star Wars. No one is living. There is no living feeling in Star Wars. Nothing is successfully felt integrated into.
Every location kind of feels like a hole in the wall, even the
Right.
spaceships.
Well, Luke's planet, home planet, the dusty place or whatever.
Right, yeah.
What is that? Nobody lives there. There's no area, no place in Star Wars has any.
Where it's like people are like existing here day to day, and
Yeah, that just
Yeah.
that doesn't yes that
I actually
feeling.
think this is why The Mandalorian works, is because it just takes advantage of the fact that it feels like that. It's like, okay, we're just doing a western then. Like if this is what
Yeah.
it looks like, then it's a lone wanderer cowboy going to these shitty locations. That's the story, and it works.
The Millennium
I think
Falcon. That's Hans, right?
Yeah.
Trying to remember the inside of that one. Millennium Falcon.
It feels lived in the way of like a guy's apartment, which
Male living spaces.
which is accurate. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's Harrison Ford and a Wookiee, so it feels like.
Does
they
it
did
look like
that.
this?
That's a bit more colorful than.
That's the Disney World
Oh, I
recreation.
see.
Does it look like that?
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
All right, so you're actually wrong. Who said that? I've decided you're wrong.
Dislegine.
Yeah, looking at the photos, no. This is not what lived in looks like. This looks like the inside of an MRI machine.
My description, I think, was accurate. It looks like
The inside of an MRI machine. There's
a
nothing. No,
smuggler and his hairy friend live there.
it looks like the back of a U-Haul truck.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not what I mean. That is absolutely not that
No, I
someone
know.
could live
Yeah.
there. I mean, no one lives there. Like there is no living in any of these
There
places.
should be fur everywhere, like 20 cats worth.
There should be some semblance of like a person existing in it, I guess. Like I don't know. I think everything feels like that in Star Wars.
Yeah,
Every
I
single
agree.
thing. Because George Lucas didn't think about it. And also
He had dumb ideas and was a man-child.
yeah, I think I think the reason that doesn't click well is because that to me, from my side of how I'm perceiving movie making and stories, that's like if someone is doing some kind of CGI effect and something is floating like in the air. Like
yeah,
it's not,
right.
or how you don't like the empty coffee cups in
Yeah.
movies because it just is like
There's something missing that tells your brain it's fake.
there's something missing that tells your brain it's real, and so it feels fake. The thing
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Oh, yes. I phrased it confusingly, but yes.
But yes.
There is something missing, and because of that, your brain tells you it's fake, even if you can't identify what that thing is.
Right, and so that's why Star Wars has that like super empty feeling that I hate
I get that.
participating in visually.
Part of that, too, is that they made the first movie on nothing. Like, the
On a-
budget
on
was
a-
so low, but then every follow-up subsequent Star Wars thing tries to recreate the vibe that movie accidentally set, and it set a vibe of emptiness because there wasn't enough to work
I don't
with.
remember the prequels feeling like this though. I
No,
remember
I actually think the
I remember
prequels
the
tried very
Jedi
hard.
Council room feeling very specific. I
Yeah.
remember the palace feeling very
Well, it's
specific.
kind of silly that they got shit on so much. I thought because I think they tried to build out the world much more and definitely like worked on adding more like crowds and places
Yeah.
that looked comfortable. All of Naboo I think looks much more believable.
Naboo.
That's the place that. Padme
Oh, I
is
see.
from.
I mean, Padme herself, with all of her different like styles and aesthetics, already
Right, there's
world
an
builds.
implication there of like
Right.
there's culture going on. We have like traditions.
Yeah, I think that's
George
my.
Lucas deserves all the strays he catches. Yeah, even more than I mean, maybe you do know, but like he definitely is like.
That's gonna be in our video
It
today.
is. It's mentioned in the video.
A little bit.
There are so many. I was rewatching the documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
Also, send us some push the buttons because we gotta wrap it up soon. But I used to watch Star Wars documentaries, and they were like the thing that like lit up my brain as a kid of like, oh, I want to do this. I want to
Yeah.
do movies, which is cool. Rewatching them later and hearing everybody talk about George Lucas, dude was a nightmare. I couldn't read between the lines as a kid.
Oh.
Everyone describes him as like childlike and how he never talked to anyone. Like they would almost never hear him speak. He would apparently only say things to like a couple of key crew that would then go like take care of it. They almost never heard from him. He dug his heels in on fucking everything, which at the time, as a little kid, I thought was cool because there was all these stories about how he like refused to give up merchandising rights, all these different things. It sounds like he was a absolute goddamn man-child nightmare that would like throw tantrums if he didn't get his way and would just like clam up and stop talking to people and couldn't communicate and had terrible etiquette and then everything that we talk about in today's video around the Princess Leia bikini thing. He's awful. He was an awful guy.
This reminds
I had
me
no
that
idea.
anything good about something is probably done by a woman. And
His wife recut the first movie.
what?
His wife recut the first movie. Played a pretty
This
heavy
is genuinely
role in
my
that.
theory about absolutely anything good is that a woman played a large creative role in it, and we just don't know which woman or what she did or how her impact massively helped. But this is why The Last of Us is good. Spider-Man was actually Spider-Man comics were
Marvel had a comic, a drawing editor, apparently, for decades.
Yeah.
That never got credited on anything, where the artist would turn in shitty drawings on late deadlines, and she would fix them. She would go in and like the Spider-Man web lines were all over the place, sticking out the outlines of the face, and she'd go clean them all up. And then occasionally, people just wouldn't turn in stuff on time, and she would draw entire issues.
yeah.
And
She was an uncredited
Never
Spider-Man
got notified, like never got credited.
comic artist for years and years and years and years. She not only fixed bad drawings, she made entire issues when people would miss deadlines and stuff.
I feel
And
bad for not knowing her name, actually.
I'm trying to remember her name actually.
Just saw this.
But like just once again me being right about everything.
That's the bottom line.
But you can tell, like, it's the things that people seem to have this, like, fascination or, like, really deep attachment to always has some kind of woman playing a very crucial role.
Because
Actually, anytime I've, like, wow, that was a really brilliant discovery, I look up which woman discovered it at this point, and my whole life has actually changed significantly around. Like, having done that has dramatically changed so many things, and I'm learning different things when I do it, because it's not like they exclude the men and their contribution. They just include the woman, who's
When you
normally
search it that
excluded
way.
when you look up who invented a bathtub. What was the
Right.
thing I looked up the other day? We were in the
What
coffee
item it
shop.
was. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I don't remember.
I looked up like Oh,
Yeah, no,
ultrasounds.
It's still listed.
It was
Oh, right.
ultrasounds. So I just look up what woman invented the ultrasound now, and now I get the full picture of what it actually looked like
Right.
in the invention of an
'Cause if you
ultrasound or
just
whatever.
look up who invented the ultrasound, it'll be like, it was patented by this guy in this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Yay, new subscriber.
hey, thank you.
Love you.
Welcome.
You're my favorite. Ema.
Bob, watch your first time catching stream. You got in just in time. We're gonna be closing it out soon.
Matilda effect? What does that mean?
We will do show and tell tomorrow.
We will do show and tell tomorrow. Yeah, I have them all picked out, but
Okay.
ow.
We were getting back into the swing of things today, so we had some stuff to catch up on. But we'll do show and tell tomorrow along with the whatever else is supposed to be tomorrow.
Anyway, I found I'm basically never right though. I'm
right?
sorry, never wrong. It's just a really,
Yeah,
it's maybe one of the safest, easiest bets of all time is to assume that a woman had a major heavy hand in anything that was well done or
The
valuable.
real test is there a guy's name prominently attached to it? Because that guy probably cared more about attaching his name to it prominently than doing the work required to actually earn that credit in most cases, like a George Lucas situation.
See, because like when you say things like his wife edited the first movie,
It's not, well, and having listened to these behind the scenes thing, it's not just that. Everyone had to coddle this guy constantly. Like, George showed up, was like, I want it this way, and they were like, I guess we'll figure out how to make that work. Like, you're demanding it and you're paying us.
no,
so
but
we
I mean
will.
like, what I mean like is it just doesn't end there. No one's ever just edited the movie and then their
Oh, right,
creative
yeah, that's not the
contribution
only thing that-
stops,
yeah.
right? Like, if she edited that movie, she had a big hand in other elements of it, and that's just always.
I've also seen behind the scenes where there was a lot of women and men, but a lot of women working on like all the spaceship models and like doing all of the shit. Like obviously it's a whole crew.
Yeah.
Like, that is supposed to be how it goes. But it's that idea being sold of like this guy's vision, and it's like that just means he showed up and demanded that it looks a certain way. The caricature doesn't wear a bra because there's no gravity in space.
I'm actually not even inclined to discredit the things that the men did contribute to inventions or creative projects. I've just learned that it's so much closer to a 50-50 breakdown, if not slightly on the higher end of women's contribution, especially if it's a prominent...
But let's at least get it to that 50-50, eh? Like,
Yeah.
let's not pretend like...
But I wouldn't describe Star Wars as good, so I don't actually have like a heavy inclination. But it was groundbreaking and that kind of stuff, so I don't know. Maybe there's some...
It's just kind of it was good. It's just been 60 years. Like
Everyone's been saying that, and I don't know what that is supposed to mean. Like, I would have liked it in the 70s. I bet not.
I
bet I wouldn't have.
No,
I bet I wouldn't have vibed with it then either.
I'm saying it in support of what you're saying. It's like in 1970, people also wouldn't have been like all hyped over the Great Train Robbery. It wasn't like it's 60 years is a long fucking time. We've improved everything since then so significantly that Star Wars is like not important. I mean,
I don't think I would have liked Star Wars
good.
then either.
Maybe you wouldn't. I don't know.
I don't
Your
know.
standard might have been lower because everything else sucked.
Yeah. I think I would... Actually, this had me think... Now this got me thinking about Avatar. Like a blue Avatar.
Right, I was going to ask about that earlier about vibes, if you liked that
Blue Avatar?
planet kind of setup more.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the
But I
crazy-
was just thinking about how, like, I don't know, something being the most renowned, well-known thing and me liking it are not...
That's true. It could, yeah.
They're not, but that's it for everybody. Like, no one's favorite movie is Avatar. No one's like, you know what, I'm going to put on Avatar right now. Actually, I might do that today. That sounds
True.
kind of
Let's
interesting.
do a yearly rewatch of Avatar.
Yearly?
That's
It's
what they
like,
do with Star Wars. So people who are like,
Oh.
it's Star Wars time again.
It's
Time to
the-
rewatch the trilogy.
it's time for my favorite Christmas movie, Avatar. I do know someone whose favorite movie is Avatar.
That's
I
fascinating.
want to
I
know
would-
more about that person.
Yeah, right? Because I bet
Um,
that's not a boring person.
Isn't it like, hasn't it? It feels, I mean, I wouldn't know because I haven't seen it, but it feels like it's conceptually not aged well.
Yeah, maybe not. I'm not sure. The 60 years later is similar to the Scott Pilgrim convo. We hadn't exhausted the concept or figured out how to do it better. I do think that's really the big thing. It should work that way. I think occasionally you find these old gems, but like if you're looking at content from like the 70s and genuinely being like, wow, stuff isn't as good as this, we've failed. Like that stuff should be better than that.
I kind of do want to talk about my gay thing, though.
Okay.
I could talk about it tomorrow.
It's up to you. We could hold on to it.
I just don't know how to. I don't know how to like go into it.
I'm just late for an appointment with the bed. I'm gonna sleep.
All right, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Talk about gay shit tomorrow.
We'll talk about gay shit tomorrow, and we'll do show and tell.
Show and tell and gay shit.
Show and tell and gay shit. Push the button.
I was supposed to have news. So Monday is news and show and tell. Gonna do show and tell. There is news. There's news.
News is the most throwawayable segment.
It's nice to have. I don't know. It's nice to have places where you can actually talk to people and hear about news without it feeling like just the most
Fair enough.
insufferable. Like, I don't know. It's nice to have places where you can talk about the news because you trust the person talking about the news. Not even that I'm going to deliver the news well, but I am going to deliver my feelings on it, which are consistent. So.
All right, so we have plenty for tomorrow. Is the point?
No, that was supposed to be today.
Right. But we didn't do it today.
Yeah. I mean, my best news is that, and I don't know if everybody saw this, but my college town in Texas prevented an AI data center from being built. My college town in Texas is San Marcos.
Yeah.
It has one of the cleanest rivers
That
in the
was cool.
entire United States. It is a beautiful body of water, and it's one of my favorite places in Texas that I could ever be. And they showed up, and it's not a Democratic. It is not a liberal college, and it is not a liberal area. But they showed up in mass.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Oh my god, what is it called? Those meetings.
Like the public like, community town hall meeting kind of thing.
Yeah, we'll call it a town hall of sorts. It ended up being 9 hours because hundreds of people signed up to speak. And I think you have to give people the time to speak or something. Anyway, so many people showed up. So it didn't happen. They're not building it. It got turned down. It was like a $2 million project. And I'm so proud of the people there for doing that. But like, people really, all the news is so big now, but like that is exactly, and I think Minnesota is where all the ice stuff is happening. I think they've really showed us exactly how impactful making sure your community is safe and that you're doing community work really has these like rippling bigger effects. Because if San Marcos people are going to turn up and say no to an AI data center, other places are definitely going to do that.
Yeah.
It's just it's like it didn't win.
agree.
A
It's a good
giant
sign.
massive AI tech company with millions of dollars did not win in a small town Republican area because people showed up and had problems with it. Like it's
Yeah, that's awesome.
it's gotta keep happening, and I really cannot emphasize, like, I don't get a ton of reception back, and I get why, but like it cannot be overstated that there needs to be more happening on an individual accountability thing, and it doesn't have to be voting, and it doesn't have to be protests, and it doesn't have to be showy things, but it does have to be something. You can't be mad and do nothing. You cannot be upset at everything that's happening and literally do nothing. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even know how that works.
Outperformed by people from New Braunfels, which is embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't know how you have it in you to be upset and then also in action in that way. Especially when the action is like, go do something. I don't know. Like a town hall, just being in the town hall is like it just does so much. And voting on like a local level and stuff is just not like it's more important even than I think it's not more important than the larger elections, but it's the minimum. Close. It's pretty close to more important than the larger elections. So that's my news. I'm so happy for them. I think an AI data center would have actually just destroyed one of the last like proper havens in Texas.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even go back there because it's not like quite a haven anymore, but that would have. It's no coincidence that they wanted to put a giant AI data center next to some of the cleanest water.
Yeah.
That's just so upsetting to me. So anyway, proud of them. All they had to do was write a thing, say go to speak at a town hall, and I think people don't know what to do, but it's like you cannot be.
That's just a day. Let's just go in somewhere.
And you don't even have to. You could also have been one of the hundreds of people that sent in emails to the local officials saying abso-fucking-lutely not. Like, you absolutely have to. As soon as you hear something that you don't like, I mean, we started talking about going to the town halls when we realized, what was the thing? I mean, there's lots of stuff. They wanted to
thing, like taking down the mall.
Oh, it was the mall thing. It was the mall thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just you gotta go do it. Anyway.
All right.
Because it will work. That's why. Because it will work. That's why you have to do it. Because it will work. So
it will work.
It
has been working.
That's the news for Monday.
That's a good note to start on, I think. We will be back in the morning. Thank you all for tuning in. I was trying to find it, but King Supper said push the button. You push the button, but a guy gets the credit. Which I thought was a good conclusion.
How many times have I pushed that button? Infinite, endless times. Dragonfly, thanks for gassing me up about this. I appreciate it.
Everybody who's in this chat, thank Ian on today's video for his writing. Trying to make a joke about giving your guy credit for another, I don't know.
Yeah.
Go watch the video. There's gonna be a video out in
so soon.
2 hours. 2 hours on the main channel. It's up. It's scheduled. It's ready to go.
Yay.
We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.
Tori called you all cute. Tori's the best. All right, bye.
Tori's cute. Goodbye.
Gay shit and show and tell tomorrow.
Yay.